So thank you. It's great to be here again back on this 8th Foundation Day. And as Jethani sir has been telling, it was really fun to be on the first foundation together, especially the memories of the cricket match. And it's good to see again some of the very old faces. And these get-togethers brings in a lot of interaction, vibrancy, and you are able to see the area's family. And specifically, India is a vast country. And these interactions help a lot, which I feel, both on, I mean to say, the experience which is gained from other states, and there's a lot of things. Sometimes I keep telling Mr. Jethani that rather going abroad, we should be going to other states and learning a lot of other stuff which is easy to replicate in the country because it's a huge nation. So so thank you so much to MD Anert and the entire Anert team. Since yesterday, it has been really very good, I want to say, arrangements and great courtesy. And we are very thankful to Anert for hosting us in the God's own country. So thanks a lot. So I'll just actually give a small presentation which is on a specific initiative. So Punjab, most of you must be knowing, we are a state in the northern part of the country, and we are on the border, in the international border. And we have about something like 13,600 megawatt capacity, installed capacity in the state. And we are close to about 14% of, renewables is 14% of the total installed capacity in the state of Punjab. And we have various advantages in terms of airport, two international airports and ICTs and all those kind of stuff. And there's a ease of doing business. We have a specific institution which is called Punjab Bureau of Investment Promotion and is providing a lot of support in bringing in renewable investment. So slightly about us. We are working in 3 areas. One is renewable energy, then energy conservation, and we are also the RPU monitoring designated agency for the Regulatory Commission. So the installed capacity is around 1,852 megawatts, and we are impinging to touch about something like close to about 35 to 40% with the kind of projects which are in pipeline. So these are some of the incentives which the state provides for investors to come and set up projects in various areas. And this is a slight overview, though. So we don't have any wind in the state, and we are mostly active in the areas of solar, and we have done a number of canal top solar projects also. Plus we have done a lot of biomass power, biogas projects. Then we have done a lot of small hydro projects also. So the capacity which is installed is around 1,852 megawatt, and about 1,890 megawatt is under construction in various phases. Aside that, we are also doing a lot of work in the solar pumping under the Government of India program. And the state is a very highly agrarian state. About 14 lakh grid connected pumps are there. So the Government of India has been kind enough to sanction us about something like a target of about 1 lakh additional pumps under the component C scheme, which we are going ahead very shortly. So I'll come to the key point. We have been now working in the area of compressed biogas a lot. So the state has about a huge potential of, in terms of agri residue, about 17 million tons of paddy straw alone is produced in the state of Punjab, in addition to the other agriculture residues. So we have, earlier we were using this residue for converting into power generation projects. About 11 biomass power projects are already in operation in the state. About 2-3 years back, we started work once this policy came in with the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. So currently we have allocated around close to about something like 43 odd projects, which is close to, if are fully commissioned, will be generating around close to about 495 tons per day of compressed biogas. This compressed biogas, most of these projects have signed offtake agreements with Indian Oil and will be used to replace petrol and diesel. And some of the projects have gone into operation also. In addition, there is another bioethanol project which is coming up in collaboration with the Hindustan Petroleum, about 100 kiloliters per day of 2G ethanol, which the state has supported. And we have very major companies like Verbio, GmbH, IRM Energy, which is a company of Cadila Pharmaceuticals, Ever Enviro, Thermex, PES Renewables, who are setting up CBG projects. Before these projects came up, PIDA built up one project ourselves, which we own and operate through one of our generating arms. So this project was set up as a compressed, not as a compressed biogas project, but a dairy waste to power generation project. The tariff for this project was, in the earlier days, was quite okay, but then it got, once the operations went up to something like about another 15 to 20 years, the tariff was not hiked by the Regulatory Commission. So we then thought of converting this project into a compressed biogas project. So we then set up another line, and we have converted this project first, like the first project in the state, which is owned by us, into a CBG project in the year 2021. So this project is currently operating at about 80% PLF, and along with power, we have a 400 kilowatt gas engine. Earlier, this project had a 1 megawatt gas engine, which we have shelved, and now we converted this to a 400 kilowatt gas engine. And there is a 2 ton of compressed biogas, which we are selling to a nearest RO units of Indian Oil. So this project is operational now, and this is how the gas is compressed at 250 bar and is being used for various vehicles in Ludhiana. This is another project which is now commissioned. It's about 33.23 tons per day of compressed biogas. It's in Tehsil Lairagaga district, Sangrur. This project is currently at operating about 30% PLF. The full capacity, it will be utilizing about something like close to about 350 to 400 tons per day of paddy straw. Most of these projects are based on paddy straw. And this project is also started giving around 4 tons of CBG per day to the nearby Indian Oil Corporation Limited RO units. Similarly, these are the transportation vehicles for the compressed biogas by Verbio. And this is how the dispensing is happening in the IOCL outlets. IOCL has provided about something like at this moment 15 years offtake agreements to these projects. Similarly, like we had power purchase agreements. So the beauty of these projects is we have impressed upon them to take it to about 25 years so that the financial closure of these projects becomes much easier. This is another project of 12 TPD compressed biogas which is coming up in near Ludhiana. And this project is by a company called Farm Gas. And most of these companies which have come to us are the CNG companies who have taken a lot of blocks in the state of Punjab. And these projects companies, in addition to their CNG business, are now investing into compressed biogas. So this project is very close to commissioning and maybe starting commercial production by September. So this is another project, a smaller project of 2.25 TPD. This is again by a very small investors, which is coming up near Patiala. This is the in construction site of 100 kiloliter per day bioethanol. This project is also going to use about 400 tons per day of paddy straw. Paddy straw is a major issue for us because a lot of farmers have been burning it, and there has been a lot of court cases with us in the NGT, and Delhi, government of Delhi and rather the government of India is also party to these cases. So these 3 states, Haryana, Punjab and UP, the western UP part of it, have been made parties in these cases even in the Supreme Court. So these initiatives have come from that factor to scientifically use it, because if we look at the gross calorific value of paddy straw is in the range of 36 to 4200 kilocalories. It's itself in a very immense advantages. If we look at coal, which is a low value coal, is about 44,000 to 4100 with very high ash content. So plus these projects from ground to up to the commissioning, and with the both on the side it is a leverage which provides a lot of jobs, provides a lot of investment in the rural areas, rather in any state in the economy. So this is something on the bioethanol project. We have set up, this project is coming up in district Bathinda, and once it is commissioned, this will be giving ethanol for blending in the nearby refinery, which is also owned by Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited. So these are some of the incentives we are providing under the state notification, and plus we have also allotting a controlled catchment area for these projects so that they don't have any issues for collection and long-term availability of biomass for these projects. Some of the issues we are now also taken up with the various Government of India bodies, specifically with MOPNG and IUCL, and also with Ministry of Chemical and Fertilizers. These projects will be producing a lot of fermented organic manure also, because the quantum of waste which is getting utilized in terms of biomass will also be producing equivalent amount of fermented organic manure, which is very good for use by the farmers. But we are talking to bigger companies like NFL, Rashtriya Chemical and Fertilizers, because the quantum is going to be very huge and it needs a lot of support from the Government of India, Ministry of Chemical and Fertilizers. And as I understand, the Ministry MNRE has also told us that the central financial assistance, which was earlier not cleared, has now been cleared by the Ministry of Finance. That is 4 crores per 12,000 cubic meters, and will be limited to about 10 crores per project, is going to be notified very soon. So that's all I wanted to just, because limit to my presentation only to the initiative. And there's a small, very small movie which has been prepared for this project. I'll just show you a slight glimpse of that. This volume is not good.
This is the face of renewable energy, and with 2,500 such faces, their associated emissions, and a GE Energy Jenbacher biogas engine, the biomethanation plant at Hebowal in Ludhiana, India, converts biological waste into a locally abundant, self-replenishing, and powerful energy source, one with the most curious of origins, yet one with endless potential. Moving rapidly through this community and sustaining the rhythm of its culture. So as we look forward to an India that boasts cleaner air and water, we take a moment to consider how we generate power and learn that what we perceive as the end might be just the beginning.
This small movie was made in collaboration with General Electric, since the General Electric gas engine is installed in this plant. And the specific team from Austria came to do this project. And this project also got awarded as one of the best green power plant Asia award from United Nations, UNDP, because UNDP assisted in this project along with Government of India. So thank you so much.